First of all, thanks for watching this video. Hi, I'm Tom. I work as the data steward at the Center for Energy and Environmental Technologies. The CEET is a research institute at the VSB Technical University of Ostrava in the Czech Republic. In the following video, we explain in 4 simple steps how to protect your data and secure that against misuse during the review process, but also how to share data securely within an international team. Open science is becoming a necessity not only in terms of European Union project funding, but fair data is also becoming essential for future scientific citations. Just create a profile in the Zenodo repository by logging into your ORCID account. Furthermore, ORCID is useful for interactively filling in the author theme creators. Sure, what does it mean to fair data? First, findability, where you generate a DOI, digital object identifier, and always cite your data in the paper. Second, accessibility, where the data is available not only to scientists, but thanks to a suitable description in the README file in TXT format, the data is mainly machine readable. Then interoperability is enabled by the Zenodo repository, and the record can be generated in various formats, for instance JSON scheme, XML data, Dublin Core XML, or DataSite XML, whatever you need. And finally, reusability, where scientific results will not only be automatically included in subsequent comparisons in the future, though according to precisely prepared open data, synthesis and real breakthroughs in science will be possible. Nevertheless, it is also necessary to add all metadata, for instance, information related to the data, not only in terms of citations, but further also technical parameters of the research. Protecting and securing data leaks is essential. Exactly, that's why we first collect the data from the author theme in the form of a draft in the Zenodo project community, or we create such a community for each research paper separately while sharing the link with colleagues abroad. Importantly, once we have collected and described the data in the README file, we generate a DOI, which we cite in the article. However, during the review process, we always leave the data in restricted mode. Such data is always accessible only to members of the community. Its membership can be changed. The owner and manager of the community both can add or remove rights for its members. Members are either curators and can actively manage the record, or they can only view it, or they have already fulfilled their role and no longer need to be part of the community. We will open the data to the world on Zenodo as soon as the study is accepted for publication by journal editor. Moreover, Zenodo allows data versioning, which is great not only in terms of data volume. The limit for a single version is 50 gigabytes or at maximum 100 files. The number can be circumvented with a structured zip file where individual folders contain subfolders for individual figures and tables. It is always necessary to start with at least a simple version of the partial data through which I can access other versions. Versioning is also necessary for the subsequent storage of the final version of the accepted author's manuscript in PDF format, no later than the day of its publication though. However, always remember the legal aspects. A CC BY license or its alternative, a CC BY NC for non-commercial use in research in collaboration with commercial partners is a necessity, although the CC BY ND non-derivative is not suitable for the use of data in future research. Always remember, the final version of the article in PDF format is certainly much more machine readable than the final version in the journal. This will also help you to avoid unintentional fraud due to those personal and intellectual property rights. The visual appearance of the journal version often belongs to the publisher. And finally, sure, every change hurts, that's life. But this change will pay off many times over in the end. That's why I firmly believe that this video has given you clear instructions on how to work with Zenodo. Feel free to watch it again and again. Thank you.